Córdoba. ¡Viva el Dakar 2018!
Welcome to Dakar 2018. It's time to celebrate the heroes of this landmark 40th edition on the podium in Cordoba as we look back over two incredible weeks of action in Peru, Bolivia and Argentina.
Dakar 2018 promised an epic journey, the people of three South American jewels opening their arms to the world. Peru, the land of the Incas. The heights of Bolivia. Into the very heart of Argentina.
And so the hardy souls who survived this grueling adventure were given a hero's welcome in Cordoba. From the 139 bikes that left Lima, 85 made it all the way. And for the 17th year in a row, it was KTM who lifted the Bedouin statue. So let's take a look back at the best moments of Dakar 2018 in the bikes. It all began with the podium ceremony in the Peruvian capital, Lima. A tricky start for amateurs and pros alike. Defending champion Sam Sunderland was out to show who's boss. He took the first stage by 33 seconds.
Day one Dakar and win is always good.
Not easy for Sunderland to open the piste after the cars on stage 2. He dropped 6 minutes, but an excellent ride from sand specialist Adrian van Beveren, second for the second straight day. Sensational effort from Joan Barreda for his 20th Dakar stage win. Our rivals are strong and very quick, especially on this type of terrain. Yamaha looking strong in these early outings, both Xavier de Sultre and Van Beveren impressing, although the latter dropped 13 minutes on stage 3 after a minor spill. Kevin Benavides also on fine form for Honda, going second overall. Sunderland continuing his perfect start with another stage win, even if he took a tumble late in the day.
One drop out of 1,000 is not so bad, you know.
A throwback to the Dakars of old on stage 4 with a mass start on Akari Beach. But disaster for Sunderland. After injuring his back in a crash, the defending champion was forced to retire. Van Beveren winning ahead of teammate de Sultre and moving into the overall lead. Barreda surging back into contention with a dominant win on stage 5. And so from the Peruvian dunes to the Bolivian Altiplano, a dramatic change of scenery and weather conditions. Five-time Enduro World Champion Antoine Mayo winning stage 6 for KTM, going 7th overall.
Now it's time to attack and yeah, we will see who make the best job.
Well, stage 7 saw Benavides lose the overall lead to Van Beveren. It's always cool to be leader of the Dakar. And while Barreda took the stage win, he suffered a serious knee injury following a crash. On to stage 8, the longest special of the rally, and a fascinating battle between Mayo and Ricky Brabec. In the end, the Frenchman grabbed his second stage victory by just 1 minute and 8 seconds. After stage 9 was cancelled, the turning point came on a gruelling stage 10. Several top riders, including Benavides, Mayo and Toby Price, lost a huge amount of time after going off course. But Matthias Wagner had done his homework, the Austrian finishing the day almost 40 minutes clear at the top of the standings. Van Beveren would have been up there with him, but a late crash ended his rally.
If I win like this because Adrian is crashing, sounds not so good, but I have to smile.
On to stage 11, another crash here for Laia Sanz, and the end of the line for Barreda.
It's not possible to continue like this, too much pain.
Toby Price took his first stage win of 2018, but his KTM teammate Wagner remained 32 minutes clear. The cancellation of stage 12 limited opportunities for the top riders to catch Wagner, though Benavides still gave it a good go. Mayo moved up to 4th on stage 13, but Wagner remained 22 minutes clear.
It's really like a dream comes true, but I don't want to think about this now.
And so on to the 14th and final stage in Cordoba. Benavides won the battle, but Wagner won the war. A 17th straight victory for KTM in the bikes.
Just amazing. It's really that a dream comes true, and yeah, sometimes when I was dreaming before 3 weeks, and then when I think, okay, now fly back and maybe I win, but yeah, it's so unreal at the moment. Is just amazing.
Only 2 of last year's top 10, Wagner and Fares, are back in this year's top 10. His winning time 43 hours, 6 minutes, 1 second. And so, to the quads.
Ready for the race, ready for Dakar, and I will do my best to defend the title.
Defending champion Sergei Karyakin, apparently the man to beat, but 2014 winner Ignacio Casale had other ideas as he stormed to the first 3 stage wins. Karyakin finally got a win on stage 4, but the gap to Casale was already 25 minutes. (2015) winner Rafał Sonik dropped out on stage 6 after breaking his leg. Casale, unperturbed, continued to increase his overall advantage. Before reaching Bolivia, Karyakin too was forced to abandon after fracturing his arm. The race taking to the skies. We're said to have very different conditions. After the dunes of Peru, we moved to Bolivia with altitude, mountains and rain. As far as I'm concerned, a new Dakar begins here. Frenchman Axel Dutry took his first Dakar stage win on stage 7. But veteran Dutchman Kees Kolen was struggling, and he wasn't the only one. The rally's only Paraguayan, Nelson Sanabria, also dropping time. Argentine rookie Nicolas Cavigliasso emerged as one of the star performers in week 2. All the while, Casale, winner of stage 10, continued to forge ahead. Cavigliasso's stage 11 win all but sealed second place for him overall. And another Argentine, Jeremias Gonzalez, completed the podium. But this race was all about one man. The only Chilean to win the Dakar in 2014, Casale was simply in a class of his own. He won 5 stages, never came lower than 4th, and led the standings from start to finish.
I
managed to stay in first position from the very first day. I really rode with my head, with a lot of strategy, and I think that was the recipe for me still being on top today. The 30-year-old celebrating a richly deserved victory in Córdoba.
Un trofeo que se va para Chile.
Casale with a comfortable winning margin of 1 hour and 38 minutes over Cavigliasso, the top 5 all hailing from South America.
It will be an emotional night marking the end of the road for the victorious Peugeot team. Just finishing this marathon rally raid requires a Herculean effort and teamwork. Chapeau to all the finishers in the cars, greeted with applause and respect by the amassed Cordobese as they take the podium. The world's finest rally raiders gathered in Lima for the start. 103 cars with plenty of legends for the gathered crowd to applaud. American rookie Bryce Menzies at the wheel of the new Mini two-wheel drive buggy misjudged a double caution jump and his rally was over before the end of stage 2.
Just bummed, you know. It's not how I saw my Dakar going.
Cars and bikes winning legend Nani Roma was another early casualty of the dunes, rolling his Mini over and out. The last outing for the Peugeot team did not go exactly to plan, Cyril Dupre hitting a rock and dropping like a stone to the bottom of the leaderboard. While over the dunes of Tanaka, his teammate Sebastian Loeb got his Peugeot terminally sand-wedged in a hollow. I couldn't see the hole because I was looking at the crest. I was trying to pass the car on the right and we fell in the hole. It's over. Yazid Al-Raji took a dip in the Pacific, co-driver Timo Gottschalk stopping the Mini from drifting away. Only his 3rd Dakar, but Czech rallyman Martin Prokop excelled en route to 7th overall in his Ford. In a throwback to Lac Rose in Senegal, Stage 4 provided a spectacular mass start and a chance for Alatia to outdrag his rivals down the beach. Stefan Petterhansel took the early lead with his first stage win of 2018. But the privilege was short-lived. Lucky for Mr. Dakar, Cyril Dupre was acting as roadside assistance to help make repairs. We saw nothing. There was a massive stone which destroyed the back of my car. All hands on deck for damage limitation. And then there was one. In the altitude of Bolivia, Carlos Sainz took back-to-back stage wins, flying into the rally lead. Khalid Al-Qassimi returned with a new Peugeot and a new co-driver. The Abu Dhabi-backed privateer was en route to a 6th place. Time lost in the desert for Orlando Terranova meant that By the time the Mini crew got to his homeland of Argentina, he was not going to match his best finish of 5th in 2014. Having drifted from bikes to cars only 2 years ago, for Kuba Pszczygonski, 5th overall beats his best result in bikes. South African Dakar stalwart Giniel de Villiers was consistent as ever, but never really in contention for a second Dakar win. In fact, at times, he was outshone. By new teammate Bernhard ten Brinke, who benefited from multiple Dakar-winning co-driver Michel Perrin to bag a stage win and almost a podium. Before his Toyota engine blew up on the penultimate stage, forcing the Dutchman to retire. Qatari Nasser Al Attiyah had Olympic pace, but dragging his broken rear suspension saw the two-time Dakar winner overtaken by the Peugeots. Peugeots who were working together, Dupre acting as wingman to protect Carlos Sainz's rally lead. The Spanish rally legend survived a late scare, helped by his French teammate. He took the win in imperious style. His second Dakar victory. Peugeot bows out with a third consecutive win with a margin of 43 minutes. 103 cars started, 49 finished.